Hello and welcome to another episode of Franklin and Douglas, where we talk about current events and give you bad advice. I'm Franklin, and with me, as always, is my buddy Douglas. Double D, how's it going?
Hold on, let me take a sip here.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Well, let me take a sip too.
it's going great.
All right. Glad to
mm,
hear it.
you know,
How's it
we're
going?
filming in the evening, so that means cocktail time. So I got a
Cocktails.
beer in my Wonder Woman cup. So
All right. Good,
uh,
good. How's the weather out there in Ohio?
actually, it's super nice. We are like mid 70s. It reminds me of the San Francisco Bay Area. I've been,
Mm,
just out living my life.
you ain't doing nothing.
Good thing it was this cool because my power went out twice this week. So,
What is up with that? You and that power are always like going
mm,
out, and it takes like forever to come back on.
I know. And
Like
what,
you,
go
you,
ahead.
you sent me a sarcastic text last night. Power's back on if you care.
Oh, yeah. Because, all right, everyone listening. So, I let know power's still out. Not a word. Not, oh, I hope you're okay. Do you need any help? Do you need me to send you a Meals on Wheels? Nothing. Then it came back on like, I don't know, 10 hours later. I'm like, just so you know, it power's back on. FYI. Nothing. Mm.
Totally forgot about you sitting there in the dark.
Could have been dead for all we know from lack of internet, but no.
Oh my god.
Uh, but hey, there's a little story with that. So the
Okay.
power came back on last night. I had to throw all the
Hmm.
food out of my fridge because my fridge wasn't working for almost 24 hours. So
Sound like Jeffrey Dahmer.
I know my heads were defrosting in the freezer.
Mm,
But I ordered for grocery delivery because I had a couple other things that I need to do today. So the person
hmm
brings my stuff up, and why did they tell me? Because there's an elevator to get up to my floor. He says, just so you know, your elevator smells like embalming fluid. And then follows it up with, don't ask me how I know what that smells like. And I'm just like, I literally looked at him like, what am I supposed to do with this information?
Are you? Oh
Yes.
no.
So
What?
I,
That's
sent them
kind
on
of
the way.
freakish.
I know. Well, I looked out my window and made sure they got in their car and drove off because
And
I'm
drove
like,
away.
yeah, I don't need you hiding in
Embalming
the laundry
fluid,
room. Right.
okay, to get you.
Right. And I would text you about it, but it'd be just like the power outage. Like, just so you know, I may be murdered because someone's trying to fill me with embalming fluid. And then 10 hours
That's when I would
later,
really log on to track you and find out what's going on.
10 hours later, I have to text you back. I'm okay, just so you know.
I'm okay, just so you know. I didn't end up in that blue barrel
Right.
with
uh,
embalming fluid all poured on me.
who
Disgusting.
says
Oh my
that?
God.
But
Wow.
and then second of all, why does my elevator smell like embalming fluid? Like that's a whole
Well,
nother worry I
remember,
have.
I told you when I was there that it smelled like something weird. It reminded me of my grandmother's elevator, and it did smell like something like death. I don't know.
I mean,
It
well,
did smell weird.
welcome to
It did.
Ohio.
Yeah, it did smell weird.
uh,
So well, I'm
but
glad I wasn't the only one.
I know. But how did your week go, buddy?
Oh, it's been going well. I mean, I've just been watching the World Cup and
Mm.
Mexico won again. The US won, but I'm really not rooting for them. And then I was just watching I was just watching the Germany against what was it? Oh shoot, I totally forgot. Well, anyway, Germany won. So I've been watching the World Cup and getting
Hmm.
all involved in that. We had raffles this week at work for the World Cup.
Hmm.
Mexico and was this past Thursday. And so yeah, it's been pretty fun watching that and sports and everything. It's been nice weather. No, things have been pretty good. I can't complain. I can't complain at all. But
No, I love that for
yeah.
you.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate the support.
No problem. No problem at all.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then just so the fans will know, we have scheduled a time for us to get back on those Dinkum streets and play. So look for that coming up pretty soon.
oh, everyone's been just writing and emailing and pounding down my door. Like, we want Franklin. We want Franklin. I'm like, Girl,
Franklin's
she won't
coming back
answer.
to Dinkum.
She won't even answer my test. What do you think
Uh,
she's going to answer yours for? But
Franklin's coming back to Dinkum. Okay. So we'll get that started probably in a couple of weeks. Yeah. But other than that, so all going well. And yeah, can't complain. Frankie's doing good. We have our next vet appointment later today.
oh,
And he got, like I said last week, he had his hair cut and cleaned up and everything. So he's good. He's doing good. Just my little
hmm,
bud. Yeah.
oh. Well, speaking of little bud, what do you have for us this week?
Well, keeping in the tradition of your Pride Month, I thought I would give you a little lesbianic, I guess, topic for you today.
Yes. You know what? The gays, the theys, the lesbians, let's celebrate them
Well,
all.
I don't know if you want to celebrate this one, but we'll go
Oh.
ahead and get into it. Let's talk about former World Cup, former U.S. soccer star Ashlyn Harris. Yes, Ashlyn Harris, where she is a two-time World Cup champion,
Mm,
Olympic gold medalist.
okay.
She used to play for the Gotham FC a while back, and she was also famously married to Ali Krieger, who was her partner for over 10 plus years. Now,
Oh, good for
yeah,
them. People don't ever last that long anymore.
well, they didn't last too long.
Oh, no.
But at any rate, I was a big Ashlyn Harris fan back in the day when she was with Gotham FC.
Hmm.
And when she and Ali were together, it was a really beautiful story. They met during, their time playing in the World Cup, and when they were teammates growing up and everything like that. And so
Hmm.
they were secretly together for about 10 plus years, and then married, probably about I think 2013 or something like that. I can't remember, but so they only stayed married for a couple of years because, yes, Ashlyn decided, you know what? I want something better, and decided to leave her after they, mind you, had two kids together. They adopted
No.
two beautiful kids together, a little girl, little boy.
Hmm.
And she decided, you know what? I want something better, and moved on to Miss Sophia Bush. That's Sophia Bush. Now,
What?
yes, girl. So now
Hmm.
Sophia Bush was supposedly, friends with them for a long time. And they were, all, in the same group. Now, Sophia Bush was married to a man for the longest, and she's been married to men before.
Hmm.
And she decided that, you know what? I've always had this queerness about me. So she decided, you know what? Let me try it out on Ashlyn. And Ashlyn was like, okay, girl, let's do this. And came back home, told Allie, I'm packing up and I'm a leaving for the better streets. So now, fast forward, everything, it was a messy divorce too, because
Hmm.
Allie was in the midst. Now, she was still playing for Gotham FC. She was in the midst of this playoff run with them, and finally got this, I'm getting divorced. And it was all over the internet, and everybody was like, what happened? While she was, trying to get ready for this. And it took her by surprise. Obviously, she didn't know that this was going to be happening. And it was a little messy and everything like that. So at any rate, long story short, Allie ended up winning her Gotham FC. They won whatever, the soccer league and everything like that. So she was on top.
Uh-huh.
Okay. She was on top. Now, what's funny about this whole thing is that Ashlyn lost a lot of friends, a lot of fans behind all of this.
Hmm.
It was a very messy separation. And I looked at it and I was like, you know, all her supposedly friends just kind of disappeared, and, were kind of like Team Allie, which, okay. So finally, Ashlyn comes out with this documentary this year. Now, mind you, they've been separated now since 2023.
Right.
Why are you coming out? She's still coming out with, more information, trying to be relevant, obviously. But she has this new documentary on Roku, or is it Roki?
Roku?
Yeah, that channel. Like what, like Tubi, whatever like that. At any rate,
Oh, yeah.
it's called Game Changers, the Ashlyn Harris story. And she explores, and tries to tell you about this whole life changing things. She goes through her childhood, becoming one of the supposedly greatest goalkeepers in the U.S. women's soccer history.
Hmm.
Now, I just want to mention that Ashlyn never played in the World Cup. Okay, she was the backup. Now, now, of course, she still is considered a World Cup soccer player, and she got the gold medals and she got the medals and everything and celebrated, but she
Right.
didn't play. She was that backup. She was the one giving water and bananas. So,
Oh,
at any rate,
wait. So what was the name of the documentary again?
it's called Game Changers, the
So,
Ashlyn Harris story.
so is it about changing the sexuality of straight women over to gay? Is that the
Oh
underlying tone
my
of it?
God. No, that is not the tone of it at all.
And
Not
she got
everything has to point to the gays.
Ms.
Okay.
Ms.
It's just
Bush
after
comes
she
on. She's
is.
like, that was a game changer.
That was a game changer, Bush. So, at any rate, so she talks openly about her childhood traumas, injury, retirement, and
Mm,
rebuilding her identity after soccer. She also discusses her current relationship with actress Sophia Bush and
mhm.
desire to tell everyone her side of the story. We don't really care. All right. Just going to tell you that we don't care. You
Right.
did Allie wrong and it was messy. And, she says that she didn't cheat, but when you see all of the things that were going on, she cheated. She might have not cheated physically, but when you have those thoughts in your head, that's what I tell you all the time. When you have those thoughts in your head, it's cheating. It's cheating. Okay. So this documentary
Listen, if
is
it ain't
trying.
eating, it ain't cheating.
Oh my God, here we go. So, according to Harris, this documentary isn't about changing people's opinion of her. It's about providing context of her life, her career after the years of public speculation. Now, the divorce is what everyone really knows, and everybody, is always talking about. Again,
Mhm.
happened what 3.5 years ago. So everybody is divided. Obviously, there's Team Allie, there's Team Ashlyn, and so Harris and Krieger were one of the most beloved couples in sports. They married in 2019. Yes, 2019. I think I said 2013. But after years of being together, they
Mhm.
adopted two children.
Right.
Harris then filed for divorce in 2023, and everybody was shocked. Now, just a little side note, because I follow them both on Instagram, and I was looking at Ashlyn's or Allie's Instagram and
Mhm.
noticed there wasn't a lot of photos of them together anymore. Normally you know when people are together, they will post together and all types of things. And
Right.
for a while there wasn't. And so I posted, I was like, hey, where what's going on with you and Allie? And of course, somebody else chimed in and was like, it's none of your business and what's going on. I was like, yes, it is, because I want to know. And then 2 days later, somebody replied to my message, "Girl, they broke up." I said, "I knew something was going on. You can tell when somebody breaks up on Instagram because it is all over."
You are
You
also
you know.
messy on Instagram.
So as soon as that happened, Harris then began dating Sophia Bush. Now,
Mhm.
Sophia Bush ended up divorcing her husband at that same time as well. So, seems a little suspect, right?
Right, right.
Okay. So, leading to widespread speculation
Mhm.
that they had been perhaps fooling around while they were both involved with their, spouses and everything.
Right.
So, Harris repeatedly denied cheating and has maintained she and Sophia were faithful during their marriages. And it wasn't like that. It was just emotional. Again, that's cheating. Okay. That's how you get it.
Listen, the thinking about it and looking isn't the same as touching and hooking. I don't
What? Just make that up?
know. Yeah.
It is. It is. When you start having those thoughts, you are cheating. I've
Hmm.
told you that multiple times. How many times have we gotten divorced and gotten back together because of your cheating?
Listen, as long as I keep going to therapy, you keep coming back. So,
Oh my God. At any rate, in recent interviews promoting the documentary, Ashlyn Harris acknowledges that the divorce deeply hurt Krieger.
mhm.
Well, you think?
Right.
Yeah, she was blindsided by the whole thing. You guys got kids together and just had the second baby together. You're not too long before you split, right?
Right.
And so you think that whole thing was hurtful? Yeah, it was hurtful. She also said she doesn't regret the life they built together, but believed staying in the marriage where she wasn't happy would have been dishonest. Now, here's the thing. You kind of can look at people's relationship and go, yeah, that one's not too into it.
Hmm.
Or, that one is too into it. And all the little things that they used to do together. I remember watching like one of those Instagram stories or whatever. And she asked Allie, what would be your biggest heartache or biggest, regret or something like that? I forgot what it was. But before Allie could answer, Ashlyn said, me leaving you? Yeah, it's just bogus crap like
Wow.
that. Exactly.
Damn.
Now, this was obviously years before they actually broke up,
Right.
but still to say that. So yeah, she was kind of like, I was like, girl, really? No, you're gonna be okay. So at any rate,
Damn.
so now Ashlyn's on this tour of, trying to rebuild her reputation and trying to, clean up things, but she's still having to drag Allie into it. Allie's moved on. She's got herself a new girlfriend.
Hmm.
She's living her best life. She ain't thinking about that girl, right?
Who's got the
But
kids? Do you
obviously,
happen to know?
well, they shared custody, but I
Okay.
believe Allie has primary uh, uh,
Custody.
custody of them.
Okay.
Thank you. Couldn't think of that word.
Yeah, because you don't have custody of our child. And so,
You don't either.
I'm
So we always
Auntie Mel.
Auntie Bell is always the one. So here's where things are getting interesting.
Mhm.
Many fans aren't upset simply because the marriage ended. The relationship, ended and everything that happened. It's the criticism that comes with it. It's everything that happened. People are always saying that, um, Ashlyn, stepped outside of the marriage, and
Mhm.
or they're saying that Allie was, as they say, a cold fish and didn't really want to be doing anything. And that's what Ashlyn is saying is like, she wanted love, and Ashlyn wasn't. I mean, Allie wasn't giving it, and different things like that. And I'm like, girl, we don't need to be getting deep diving into the
I was gonna
relationship like
say, just
that.
put it all out there. My
Putting it
goodness.
all out in the streets, they're saying that wasn't nothing happening. I was like, damn, like
Mm,
that. But again, that's their business.
right.
But for years, Harrison Krieger, represented one of sports' biggest LGBTQ plus love stories. People just loved gravitating to that, and thinking about how their relationship lasted, how long it lasted,
Mhm.
and what they overcame to be together, and then for it to fall apart the way it did is extremely hurtful, not only to the couple but to their fans, because again, everybody wants love to last, but again, that's what happens when you're out there in them streets, them LGBTQ streets, you know
Them alphabet streets.
them alphabet streets, that's what happens. So
Ah,
now, like I say, Harris is on this documentary, but what is extremely interesting and funny at the same time is that no one, no friends of hers are in this documentary.
hmm.
She used to be, friends with Megan Rapinoe. They used to claim that they were best friends.
Yeah.
Now, Megan and Sue broke up as well, but no cheating allegations there. But all of these people that were supposedly her friends, her soccer friends, and everything like that,
Mm.
are nowhere to be found. They're, just interviewing her high school soccer coach, people from her hometown back where she
Hmm.
grew up, her college coach, and everything like that. No one that grew up with her or was her, peers and her people that she went to the big leagues with.
Right.
Nobody. And so again, it's like, girl, ain't nobody thinking about you in the high school days and in the college days.
Right.
It's funny is that when she retired from Gotham FC after being in Orlando, the very next year Gotham won the championship. All right.
Right.
So, and she, by the way, is a goalkeeper. And so obviously she wasn't goalkeeping enough because they couldn't get to where they needed to be, but got to it the very next year. What do you think
She
about
was
that?
letting a lot of things get through that goal, if you're asking me.
she, she was putting,
Goal.
yeah, she was doing a lot. And so So now, like I say, she broke up her, supposedly happy little home
Hmm.
and, is now with Sophia Bush. But now she is, trying to get back in the public eye by doing this documentary and, just kind of letting people know about her childhood, her mental health struggles, the retirement, motherhood, co-parenting,
Hmm.
and all of the things that come with when you and your partner separate. And again, no shade to her. Obviously, people have to do what they want to do to be happy. And
Right.
sometimes it just doesn't make everyone else happy. And that's on them. But do you. But also you have to think about, your kids that you small kids. And these were, like I say, babies.
Hmm.
And what happens with them and how they have to deal with it. And now they have two extra, new people in their lives, and just the trauma and the hurt behind their parents' divorce.
Yeah.
First of all, having to you know, be separated from her at one time and then Allie from another time. They go back and forth, but they seem to be thriving, which is most important, and they seem to be doing well. But again, like when you break up. Why you
Right.
got to be bringing up the past? Why you got to keep, talking about, stuff and making it all about you? If
Right.
you decided to leave, leave, boo boo. Bye. I don't need your life story. I don't need you to, try to make yourself relevant and try to make people think, oh, she's not that bad. No, girl, you know what you did
Right.
and you know what happened. And again, that's on you. It is what it is. But when you're in the public eye like that, you really need to make sure that um, that's your brand, and you got to make sure that you're honing your brand. And the way she did it and the way it happened, it's messy. So she's trying to rebuild. And
Right.
obviously it is what it is. But like I say, Allie is out there thriving. She's, living her best life. And she ain't thinking about Ashlyn.
Right.
But Ashlyn can't let go, in my opinion, because she don't want to see Allie happy. But it is what it is.
Hmm.
So, again, not every relationship, even, lesbians, gays, straight couples, they all have their messy, breakups, and they all have their messy things. And so, what do you think about all of that, especially seeing that it's during your Pride People's Month?
I mean, so I don't know why I think of Kevin Federline through all this, but it seems like, people that are part of these messy breakups or what have you, and then later on, like you said, want to be like relevant again. Like, all right, I can
Right.
see one part being like, my story may help someone that is suffering with mental, illness or, bad childhoods, what have you. I can see that. But if you are in the middle of this thing and noticing none of your peers are coming out to like stand up for you or
Support
talk
you.
about, yeah, and it's
Mhm.
like high school coach that probably doesn't, probably has Alzheimer's at this point, doesn't remember you, but
Okay, and still thinks you're in what, ninth grade?
right. But they write a book, like instead you're gonna be dragging all these people out, still trying to make, like you said, make yourself relevant. It's like find other ways to make yourself
Mhm.
relevant in this world besides forcing yourself out into the public eye and the media again. I get it, they probably had a taste of it back when they were on Gotham, what have you, but
Right.
I don't know, like you said, and the kids too. Like the kids are growing up, they're getting older. This stuff comes out. People are gonna start bringing up the chi and that, like, and then they're gonna be, kids in school and that bring up to
Questioning.
the kids. Yeah, like,
Yeah,
why are you gonna drag your kids through that too? I don't know.
right.
It's
And my thing is, and I always feel like this, is that, you know, you were feeling like this before you got the kids. And
mhm,
it was so funny is that, and I was thinking when they first got married and got together, and then COVID happened in 2020, right? Now they
mhm,
had married the year before that. Honestly, I think it was like the day after Christmas in 2019. And so COVID happened, everything was locked down. And if you think about it, they probably never really spent that much time together. Okay, sure, they were on the same team, and at one point, Allie was on the U.S. team, but then she got cut, so Ashlyn was still, again, the backup goalie, and she
mhm,
was still going out, and they weren't. together every single day. They were on, on the road, doing their own thing, whatever like that.
Yeah.
But you think about it, you have to when we had to quarantine, you're in the house all day, every
Hmm.
day with this person, right? And you're probably thinking to yourself, "Damn, I didn't know you was like this."
Right.
You know?
Right.
"Damn, you irritating as hell."
Right.
And so I honestly feel like, again, that's when the marriage probably broke down, is that first year or 2, and
Mhm.
they separated 2023. I mean, I think we came out of lockdown probably what, 2021 or something like that, or
Yeah.
22, or was slowly started lifting,
Right.
and people started doing their things and going out. And Ashley was like, "Cool, I'm out of here. I can finally breathe and get out."
Yeah.
She even claims that she offered for them to be together, to have an open marriage, an open relationship.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
I don't know, but my thing is like, you were feeling like this before the kids,
Right.
and why bring them into it? Why try to do this, and now you have kids involved, and you have hurt this whole, you've hurt more people than anything. And then as far as Sophia Bush, she's go through men like tissue paper. So I don't know. Ashlyn, she gonna look up and that girl gonna be going on her too. That was just something for her to check off on her box. That's my personal opinion.
Because
And
she's going to go back to her old ways someday.
exactly. Somebody gonna sniff around and she gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I like you now." Yep. Then Ashlyn, what's she gonna do? But at any rate, again, when you're
Hmm.
in the public eye and things like that happen, again, it's hard to
Yeah.
keep your personal life personal and your private and everything, because it is all out there in the open. Social media, everything, everybody sees it, and you have to go through it publicly.
Hmm.
Just like we've gone through our breakups publicly.
Yep.
It affects all of our fans and everything. So,
I remember
you
being
know,
chased by the paparazzi the next day. Ugh, it's
right.
the
It was
worst.
crazy. Yeah, it was
I
crazy.
buzzed my hair. I walked out and beat one of their cars with an umbrella. It was such a hard time for me.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
But again, at the end of the day, children are involved, and hopefully
Hmm.
that's where their, loyalty and where they are focusing their energy on. Even though she's, trying to rebuild her brand, hopefully it includes rebuilding the relationship and repairing what she broke with her kids. So
Right.
that's that's the take on it. And either way, like I said, I was a National Harris fan. Now, it is what it is. I'm like, now she's irritating. I don't care.
Girl, bye.
Girl, bye. And on that note,
Mm.
what type of advice do we have today for those that are going through breakups and rebuilds and rebranding?
Simple question. Don't get married. Just stay
True.
loosey goosey. Like, why stick with one person?
Oh, you a
Ugh.
hoe when I met you.
People are annoying anyways. Like, after 5 minutes, I'm
Exactly.
like, I need you to leave, please.
I need you to leave and be quiet. Right.
Well, as always, though, we would remind our audience that we are not trained professionals and our advice should not be taken seriously, people. But
No.
what qualifications do we have, Franklin?
Well, we survived the Castros 2 for 1 night without getting kidnapped by that man in a van who said he had soccer balls for us.
uh,
And we lead you through life's challenges. Hit me with it.
I always thought it was weird. He kept asking us to juggle them. I'm like, you don't juggle soccer balls. Like,
I
what?
don't juggle soccer balls.
Well, today we'll be pulling our questions from Reddit's Am I the Asshole category.
You are.
Oh, you know what? At least the public opinion said otherwise during our last breakup. So
Oh, okay.
I still have the Vogue magazine poll results. So
Smoke,
if
smoke.
you um, if you have a question you want us to answer, feel free to shoot on over.
Squirrel.
I know. Brain already went this way. Feel free to send us your question through DMs, social posts, whatever. We'll read it. Maybe it'll
Carrier
be,
pigeon.
yes, stone, like the nail on the stone, whatever, like they did in the Flintstones. Do people even know what the Flintstones are anymore? But
I don't think so.
Anyways,
I don't
moving
even
on.
know what the Flintstones are.
Right. So first off, am I the asshole for wanting to go out and have drinks with my friends? Hmm.
No, not at all.
Well, I hate that I feel the need to bring this to the internet, but I'm genuinely at a point where I don't know what to do. My boyfriend, who's 23, and I, 22, have been together for a little over 2 years. In the beginning, I felt happier than I'd ever been before. Aww.
Oh,
Blech. I felt I felt loved, supported, and truly excited
seen.
about our
Oh my
relationship. Oh
God.
gosh, remember when we used to talk like
Vomit.
that?
Yeah, it was sickening.
But as time has gone on, I've started wondering if he's really the right person for me, and I hate even thinking that.
Mm-hmm.
We argue constantly, and it's always about the same things. He tells me I don't put enough effort into the relationship and that I don't provide enough reassurance. Like, girl,
Damn.
honey, you're doing
Needy.
great. You're doing great, honey.
Oh my God, he's needy.
I
Okay.
know. I'm not claiming to be a perfect partner, but I've genuinely tried my hardest. This is my first serious relationship, and I've never really been shown what healthy reassurance looks like. So I've been doing the best I can. So she's like, yeah, you're great.
I'm going to do the best I can with what I got.
Honey, yeah, great job, honey, whatever. That's how she
Okay.
was doing it. Uh, on my side, my complaints are usually the same as well. I feel like I'm constantly criticized for how I dress. If I want to wear shorts that are a little short or a shirt that's a little revealing, it becomes an issue.
Oh,
Yes, girl.
Daisy Duke.
Mm,
Okay.
tube top, Daisy Duke. I love it.
Yeah. Okay.
I've always hated the idea of a man controlling how I dress or express myself.
Yeah.
Go on, girl. Go on.
You stupid.
Over time, it's gotten to the point where I mostly wear sweatpants, pajama pants, and oversized shirts just to avoid conflict. Ugh.
Ew.
At,
Gosh.
at 22 years old, I feel like I should be able to wear what I want without feeling guilty for it. I mean, at
She's
early
only
20s,
22.
yes. That's
Oh,
when you
girl,
show
put your
off the
daisies
body.
on.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I wish. Man,
It's never going to look like that again. Trust me.
never. Okay.
Uh,
Never.
another another major issue is my friends. There always seem to be conditions attached to spending time with them. I don't hang out with certain friends because he doesn't like them. I can't go out for drinks with my friends because of his insecurities. I know that sounds harsh, but I honestly don't know how else to put it anymore. His ex cheated on him, and it feels like
Oh, yeah.
that fear has been projected onto me for our entire relationship. I've never given him a reason not to trust me, but I still feel like I'm paying for someone else's mistakes. Mm. At this point,
I think you need to move on.
right. At this point, I don't even know if the relationship can be saved. I'm actively trying to find a therapist because I've started convincing myself that maybe I'm the problem. Maybe, I know,
Gaslighting, girl. Gaslighting you.
maybe if I
Damn.
can't sacrifice nights out with my friends, I'm not ready for a serious relationship. But the more I think about it, the more exhausted I feel. I spent the
I'm
last
exhausted for
I
her.
know, seriously. I spent the last 2 years trying to accommodate what he wants, and I'm honestly tired. I haven't gone out drinking with my friends a single time since turning 21, and I'm now almost 23. So, am I the asshole for wanting to go out with my friends and have a few drinks without feeling guilty about it? Ooh.
No, you are not, girl. You are 22, 23 years old. You
Mhm.
have so much life to live
Right.
and so much coochie to give out. Why are you wasting it on this fool who doesn't want you to do anything? Bye,
Right.
Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
No, he got to go. He's trying to control you. And what's going to happen? Y'all going to be sitting up in some trailer park, and you're going to be 35 with 4 kids, still can't go out and do nothing because
Mm.
Billy Bob don't want you to do nothing.
Right. He,
No.
still a goalie for his soccer team, and then he goes out and finds some other hot young actress.
Goalie,
Right.
okay, and leaves you in that trailer park with them
Mm.
5 kids, and you have no job skills. What you gonna do?
It's just
No.
sad. Like, yeah, like you're saying, like she's so young, and it's just
22.
like, I'm just going to stop having fun and stop because this guy thinks I'm going to cheat, even though I have no intentions of it. Not allowed to hang out with my friends. I can't wear, she's,
Clothes to accentuate your hot 22-year-old body.
but not even that. Like she's saying, and again, there's nothing wrong with sweatpants and pajama bottoms, but it's like she doesn't want to wear that, but she feels like she has to. And it's
Right.
like there's no in between, you either look like you're always going to bed or you're going to go out twerking at the club. Like,
Ooh,
you
ooh,
know,
ooh, ooh, ooh.
you remember those days?
I do. It's like yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think hopefully this therapist that they go see is just like, uh, what was her name in Ghost? Molly, you're in danger, girl.
You're in danger, girl.
uh, so, moving on to the next one. Am I the asshole for siding with my friend's ex over him about her cheating? So, this is to me, a 26-year-old female, stupid, but my friend B, a 30-year-old male, and his own friend group is really harping on me that I'm an asshole for taking his ex, K, who's a female, taking her side on the subject. So, first, the context. B and K is in a divorce proceeding that has been for a year now. B is holding on while K seemingly checked out. I don't know why they're divorcing, as B has been very tight-lipped about it, but for an outside view, it just seems like they fell out of love and fought a lot. Kind of like us. There is no kids involved in the picture. Last weekend, I visited B for a group hangout. It turned out to be more of a sad man's parade.
Ooh,
That
not a
sounds like a
sad
weekend
man's
with me.
parade. Yeah, I was gonna say. I didn't want to say it, but womp womp.
Wah, wah. I don't know how, but one of the friends found out that last month Kay had a one-night stand. No, good for Kay.
Yes.
That's it. No affair or cheating while they were together being found out, but a simple one-night stand she had last month. B was destroyed and started to cry, then gets outbursts of anger, calling Kay a cheating whore.
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 Whore when I met you.
Whore's overs.
Whore's over.
I just had to open my stupid mouth and say that while yes, you two aren't divorced yet, you aren't together anymore and it wouldn't be cheating. B and his friend...
We were on a break.
Right. Divorce is a break, right?
Yeah.
B and his friend looked at me like I had grown a second head and then pretty much exploded on me, calling me a traitor and an asshole. He and his group have now been sending messages calling me an asshole like every day since. My wife and my family thinks I was in the right, but I feel like they're biased to take my side. Are they the asshole?
Are they or no? I mean,
Kind
that's
of an
kind
odd
of
situation.
yeah, it is kind of a bad situation all around. But again, you got to be that person of reason that kind of says what it is.
Yeah,
You guys weren't together. Okay, yeah, you were still married, but you weren't together technically.
right.
So what? She had a one night stand.
Good for
You
her.
know,
Yeah.
good for her. She didn't have it while you guys were together. You were on a break, and the break was already done. Now you filed for divorce, and now you butt her because you found out about it. And she's got a friend that says, yeah, she got her rocks off. So I don't know. No, he's not the asshole. But again, sometimes you just gotta, distance yourself to that. Read the room, I guess you can say. You don't have to
Wow.
necessarily agree with either side or even, give an opinion.
Right.
Just sit there and drink. Just sit there and be like, that's terrible.
She was a hoe when I met her.
As when I met her, eat my mac and cheese.
I like the point that you made though, like read the room. Like at one point, like sometimes you're gonna kind of look at this and be like, bro, like listen, you guys are getting divorced. Like, let's shake this off. Like, let's go get you a one night stand, whatever kind of thing, instead of just letting the dude go, oh, she cheated on me, and everyone's like, I mean, not really, but okay.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
and they're, also they're going through a divorce. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is why you don't get married, people. This is why you don't get in relationships.
You don't talk to people, deal with people because they got
Even
feelings.
better. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Everybody has feelings, and you got to break them.
Just come in at this time, do your business, and go.
Go.
That's,
Exactly. don't talk, don't say nothing, don't ain't gonna give you my name. Don't worry about it.
Do you remember, and I'm not going to bring up this stuff. You remember those old Craigslist ads that people used to put out to hook up with each other? They were
Exactly.
filthy.
Filthy.
Mm,
Dirty.
mm, mm, mm.
That's how we met.
That is how we met. Yeah. Uh, Prince lover looking for Britney Spears lover. No strings attached.
Oh my God.
Well, on that note, with all this cheating that we talked about today, that's all that I
Time to
had.
go take a shower. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes, I feel dirty
Cleanse yourself
in a good way.
in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of, I mean, thank you everyone for all the likes, subscribes. That has nothing to do with like Minnetonka, but
Okay.
we appreciate all the comments. I'm gonna appreciate no one calling me out on last week's episode and saying the wrong date to Franklin. So thank you.
I wish you guys had have called him out on that.
I can admit when I'm wrong. And the last episode, I did say like the aliens are coming August 23rd, but it's really June 23rd and blah, blah, blah. And then I went to go edit it. I'm like, oh, I did say August 23rd. And I was the bigger person. I texted Franklin and I was like, I was wrong.
It's like, I know you were.
But anything else you want to take us out on today, Franklin?
No. Again, like I say, we'll be doing some Dinkum live soon, hopefully, in the next couple of weeks, and
Yeah.
I'll make sure that we get that promoted so that everybody can be watching. Dust off
Oh,
my Dinkum skills again.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
can't
So other
wait.
than that, yeah, no, thanks again for all the support and the comments and everything like that. It really is really fun. Again, just two friends always wanting to chit chat with each other about stupid stuff.
About our past
So
relationship.
exactly. And thank you for having the correct date, as always. Appreciate that.
No problem. And on that note, bye.
Bye.